everyone, and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to find and download the CompTIA exam objectives. The first thing we want to do is open the web browser of your choice and head over to the CompTIA.org website. You should see something like this page, and an offer for 10% off your first purchase. Woo! I'm going to close that. Then you want to go up to where it says certificates and locate the exam that you wish to take. All certifications. We're going to take a look at the A+, as that is a great place to start. Once you have your certificate open, make sure that you find the latest version. As of 2025, the latest A+ certificate is version 15. It is also known as 1201 and 1202. Then you'll see an information page about the course and the objective summary, but this isn't what we're looking for. We want to scroll down the page until we see this big red box thing. You may have to turn all cookies on to access it. If this isn't here, you can try refreshing, try a different browser, and make sure that you're actually in the right course, because some of the courses do actually look similar. You will need to put an email address into the box. Also, make sure that you check this little submission box thingy. And then hit Access Now. This page will come up, and this is where you can download the actual exam objectives. As you can see, we have both Core 1 and Core 2 for the A+ exam. You'll also have a couple of practice questions, but they don't really give a whole lot of feedback. So, what are the exam objectives? The exam objectives give you an overview of everything that you need to know about the exam. We have various information here that's worth reading through. And this is where you get the details of the actual exam itself. The required exam that you'll need to take for A+ Core 1 is called 220-1201, and then 1202 is for Core 2. This is the newer version. The last version was 1101 and 1102. There's a maximum of 90 questions, so you'll generally have around 70 to 90 questions, a couple of which will be what's called performance-based questions, or PBQs, and they're just a little bit more involved than the normal multiple-choice questions. You are able to flag a question that you want to come back to, and you can skip a question and then come back to it later. So what was recommended to me is you probably want to skip the PBQs to start with and focus on the multiple choice questions, because that can help build up your confidence and help you remember things that you might have forgotten. And then you can come back and do the PBQs last. And you don't want to get stuck on one question for half an hour, for example. And as you can see, we have 90 minutes, so you'll have an hour and a half to complete the test, which is why you don't want to get stuck on just one question. And you need a score of 675 out of the strange scale that nobody understands because CompTIA likes to keep secrets. But as long as you get 675 or more, you'll be fine. And I know a lot of people do boast about their scores or talk about their scores, but in reality it doesn't matter. It just matters if you pass or not. If you've got your certification, you've got your certification. Don't stress about what score you've got, in my opinion. So the exam or the course is broken down into 5 domains for Core 1, and to give you an idea of what to focus your attention on, they give you different weighting, like hardware and network troubleshooting is the highest. Hardware is also very important. But you do kind of need to have a broad overview. The way to think of it is if you're working in a help desk, you need to know a little bit about everything. You don't need to specialise in everything, but you need to understand a little bit about each thing. How I use the exam objectives is I would copy and paste the exam objectives into a word processing program and write just a brief description of each point. So the idea behind learning is that you want to understand the concept of each of these points. So for example, the first bullet point that we're looking at is a battery. What is a battery? It's a piece of hardware that can hold the power so that a device can function when it's not plugged in. It can be recharged or replaced. It's just having that understanding of what each thing is. If you can give an explanation for each bullet point and understand the more complex concepts behind each section, then you've got a pretty good start on passing the exam. I hope this brief look helps you get started in your studies, and good luck. You've got this.